So the Edge Foundry is a little different than a lot of mentorships that you may have seen. A lot of mentorships focus on the mentor teaching you their strategy, how they trade. And there's a lot of value to this, and they're showing you what consistently profitable looks like. They're showing you how to think as a trader. I personally have gotten a lot of value from these mentorships. But I see a hole in the market, something that traders can benefit from, that I benefited from. So in that, we're a little different. And the purpose of this video is to show you how we provide clarity and structure, because that is a major thing that we want to do. We want to provide clarity and structure to traders who are trying to learn the markets. So it's a method, a process. Start here, do this, keep working on this, and you will hone your edge, and then you will continue to progress. It's a process where you never get stuck. That's what I'm trying to offer. But there's going to be times in my YouTube videos where, because it's different than other mentor programs, you might feel a bit like I don't understand how they're providing clarity and structure. So, for example, when we talk about taking profits, I can show you the system and the method to learn where you need to take profits in your chosen strategy. You can record all the data and you can figure out exactly where the best place is. But I can't tell you exactly. And this is what a lot of mentors run into, right? This is why there's no clarity around taking profits, because no one can tell you where to take profits. You have to study your strategy, and I'll show you how to figure out where you can take profits, but I can't tell you that. Another one is that I'm going to be sharing all kinds of different strategies. For a guy who talks about focusing on one or two strategies, our YouTube channel is going to be absolutely full of different kinds of strategies that have either been tested or proven by myself, or a lot of them are just ideas. And that is a lot of what trading is about when you first get started. It's about creativity. It's about looking at the structure of markets. What do you see when you look at the charts? Do you see the price action bumping up above a certain moving average, and then it runs? And that seems to happen a lot. That's something that you see, and that's something that you need to focus in. And that is something I can help you to. I can help you to focus in on that idea that you have. But I don't necessarily give you a strategy and tell you that you should trade this way. I will show you my strategy. I will show you how I trade, with the caveat that you should expect that you probably won't be able to make that work for yourself, because you need to see what you see in the charts. And when you first start out, there's so much coming from all different directions. I do want to help you to narrow it down. I do want to help to take away a bunch of the noise so that you can see exactly where you could potentially have success very early on. But I can't tell you exactly what to do. That's not what this channel is about. It's about helping you build the systems in the background that will guide those systems, the processes, what you track and record and review, and the data you get from that will guide you in the direction that's going to work for you. So the process, and this is where I talk about uh, clarity and structure. The process that is in the background that helps you to hone your edge is, when we first get a new trader into the mentorship program, we are going to help them to decide if what they are currently doing is working for their personality and their lifestyle. If it's too hard for you to sit and look at charts for 2, 3 hours or most of the day that are bouncing around, and you don't see any structure on the day trading time frames, like the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart or the 15-minute chart, if you don't see any structure there, that's okay. Stop day trading. If you have a full-time job and you're just looking to make a few extra bucks, you're looking to learn how to make your money work for you and maybe make 50 or 60% on a set amount of capital to have vacation money or to grow a portfolio. By the way, I'm not guaranteeing you 50 or 60%. That's a legal liability thing. So I'm just being really honest with you. For legal reasons, I cannot guarantee you a percentage gain, but I'm giving you an example of what is possible. So like I said, if you're got a family and you have a Sunday afternoon to work on this, this is really the only time you have to work on this. You could check it at various times during the day at your full-time job, but you're just trying to make some extra money. Then obviously day trading is not for you, and we can show you strategies that could potentially work for you, show you multiple strategies that you could choose. So, step one is to get you into the right strategy, to help you to understand yourself and pick the right strategy. Step two is going to be to back test that strategy. Take that Sunday afternoon and start looking at charts and record what you find. What are you finding? And from that, you can probably record 30 trades in an hour or two on a specific strategy that you have. And from that, you can gain some rules, some entries, some exits, and some stops. And a really, like, this is a really rough outline of your rules at this point, needs to be refined, but it is the basic outline of a trade. So the third step then is to start paper trading this and forward testing that strategy. So you're just going to open a paper trading account. You're going to start paper trading those rules that you found in your back testing, and then you're going to review it once a week and once a month. And you're going to go over all the charts. You're going to go over the tickers you traded, your entries and your exits, and you're just going to find what you see. Were they good entries? Did they not work? You're probably going to compare it. Like I'm going to encourage almost everybody to compare it to the performance of the S&P because the S&P really does affect the overall market, what macro events were taking place. So you could take that Sunday afternoon every week and you can just review what happened and then start to refine those rules a little bit. And then from there, it's just continuing to do that, continuing to get more experience. And that is, I would say, the final step is to gain more experience. So we got four steps. This is the structure. Make sure from day one that you're picking a strategy and a style that works for you. Get some ideas about what you see in the markets and back test them. And then forward test with a paper trading account. And then get more experience in the markets because you're going to find that you will develop something that works and it might work really well for a month or two, and then something changes. Something in the macro changes, something in the market structure changes. Maybe the S&P goes into a bit of a correction cycle, and now all of a sudden your strategy is not performing the way that it was the last 2 months. So as you gain that experience, you'll understand how to apply your strategy under different market conditions. So I just wanted to bring up this video about the structure and clarity that we offer. It is different than a lot of other mentorships. I'm not teaching you a specific strategy that works for me. I will share my strategy, but I'm teaching you how to develop your own strategy through a structured method so that you always know what the next step is and you always know how to move forward. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe, and I look forward to working with you.